Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Isabel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. We're going to have a pick a card reading and it's going to be all about how to heal your heartbreak. Pick one of the following piles and feel free to pick more than one if you feel drawn to do so. Just a note to say that this is just a tarot card reading, so please seek professional advice for any issues you may be experiencing. Pile 1, you chose the blue apatite stone and the decisions card. I will insert the link to all of the decks and the books that I might be using in this reading down below if you want to consult them. And also I'm going to do quite a lot of shuffling, guys, so feel free to skip this part. You can find the timestamps below. Spirit, please give me messages for this pile. Spirit, please give me messages for this pile. So right off the bat, guys, I'm seeing that you've been hurt over a person not choosing you or being indecisive and not making the clear decision to embrace a full-on connection with you. Someone didn't offer the commitment that you felt you deserved, and that made you feel really disempowered, and this affected your self-worth massively. With the King of Wands here and the Queen of Pentacles, the very first feeling that I get is that you are in very different elements. You and your person, the person that broke your heart, was just not compatible with you. Yet, you took their decision really at heart. And this has really affected you, making you feel that you weren't special or deserving, affecting your self-esteem and making you feel undeserving of happiness, of a sense of security with someone else and possibly creating a family with them. You wanted a sense of stability with this person, and it really affected you that this person was not on the same page. The experience that you had with this person, so the negative experience of this breakup, of this, of the fact that they didn't make a decision over you, and this might have been, it looks like it was the reason for the breakup here. The fact that this person was so indecisive about you, and you took this really at heart. You took this so personally that it made you second guess your own character, and you were really harsh on yourself. You really judged yourself. And you thought there might be something wrong with me because if they didn't choose me, that means I'm not good enough. So you created this illusion that you were not good enough, and this sense of a lack of self-worth has really damaged you, and you've lost a sense of creativity, and you became very guarded with people in your life, and you're really protecting your heart. Since this separation, you have done a lot of reflection. You have gone inwards, reflecting on the situation, trying to understand what went wrong and what you did wrong. When in fact, it was just not meant to be. You and this person are in very different pages, different elements. You don't really belong together. I sensed that there was no compatibility, but you thought that you were the problem. You were really hard on yourself. So that happened originally. However, after a period of reflection, I sense here that you realize that you have made wrong decisions in the past concerning lovers, and people you have been with, they brought quite a lot of disruption to your life, and you are now questioning your own decisions. You are aware. You became aware that you have to heal your relationship traumas. Okay? We've got the Tower card here together with the Lovers. So we can see here that you had gone through several Tower moments. Okay? In regards to relationships. So it's not the first time that you were in relationships or situationships that have caused you trauma. So now you are aware that your self-esteem has to heal from what happened, not in this previous connection that you had just past, but also in your future. But you still feel a little bit lost on how to heal this relationship trauma. You are quite a sensitive being, and others have not always honored your sensitivity. They might have acted in careless ways, not showing you that they valued you. Now we had seen already here with the Broom card that in order to heal this heartbreak that concerns relationships and a low sense of self-worth and self-esteem as an aftermath of relationships that left you feeling more wounded, with the Broom card we see that we need to do an energy clearing. So it would be good to really let go of the old. I am sensing that some of you might still have belongings of past relationships, things that might be sentimental to you. However, holding on to these material things might actually be weighing on your energy more than what you realize. So it might be good to do a house clearing, and if you do have belongings from other people that have been in your life that you no longer have a healthy or even an existing relationship with, it would be good for you to get rid of these belongings. You might feel that you are not ready for that step, and if that is the case, you can always move their stuff to storage, for example. But in order to heal, we need to embrace a fresh new start. And in order for that to happen, we need to let go of the old. So doing that would make you feel empowered. I am also getting here, guys, that it would be useful if you would do a water cleansing ritual such as, for example, taking long showers. And maybe you are not experienced with this sort of practice, so it might be a good idea to give that a go. You can tap into your magic. You've got more power than what you realize. With the decisions card, I'm being shown there might be a lesson here for you, not to take other people's actions so personally. And once you embrace your own power, you will feel more detached from other people's decisions and outcomes. Let's continue pulling off some more cards. So here with the trust card, I get this sense that the relationship trauma that you have been through has really affected your trust. Trust in people, trust in yourself, trust in how you deal with situations. But the only way to heal that is to embrace that pain. And this might not be what you want to hear, but I'm getting this sense that some of you are having a struggle with embracing your vulnerability. It is okay to cry, to understand and to let go. It might be very uncomfortable for you to sit in that space, but believe it or not, this is what my guides are telling me, that in order to heal from heartbreak, this is the first step, to surrender to what you feel, to accept that things aren't perfect. You can then change and evolve. So please, I'll say again, please consult the help of a professional. And if you're feeling that this reading is resonating with you, use your own discernment to take the guidance that can help you in your own situation. Let's look for more guidance. How can this pile heal? I know this is very specific, guys, but I have to give you the information I'm hearing. And what I'm seeing here is that these traumatic experiences that you have experienced in relationships, they don't come only from this current life, but they actually come from past lives. And we're getting the trust card. Here is the second time that we're getting this card. So I'm getting the sense that for some of you, you betrayed people's trust in your past life or past lives, and this has become an issue in the current life. But you really want to work towards your inner peace, and this is probably the reason why you're here today. You really want to hear from that pain. You really want to hear from what's holding you back, from really having a deep sense of peace within yourself. You might be feeling that you've been carrying this burden for a very long time, and this might be the confirmation that what you're experiencing now is coming from past experiences from a long time ago. So thank you so much, Pile 1. I'm sending you a lot of love and healing, and I'm really looking forward to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. You have chosen the Amazonite stone. And you have picked the balance card. I'm seeing here, guys, that this was love related. You have left someone who has treated you like an option. And for some of you, you are now questioning whether you should express your feelings. You should express how you felt about the situation. You feel like you are constantly juggling between two states of mind. That one, you should just let it be and walk away. But you don't seem quite settled with this decision because you feel that you have to express, and not talking about it and not letting this other person know how they made you feel is causing you sleepless nights. I get this sense of feeling overwhelmed, and this would explain why we would need to regain balance. So if this is not resonating with you, feel free to pick one of the other piles. You have taken some time away to reflect about what happened, to reflect on what happened. And during this time, it is possible that this constant state of not being sure what to do in terms of your own healing has caused some disruption in your professional life, in your work life. You may be looking back and you're still wondering if you have done the right decision by letting this opportunity go. But you know that with this person it would be difficult to be constantly living with a person who made you feel so up and down. This relationship, this connection was a roller coaster where you had days where you felt this person was the love of your life, and other days you felt like your life was collapsing because they were in it. Hopefully this is making sense. You have spent quite a lot of alone time, and you may feel guarded at the moment, having created a sort of shell around you to protect yourself from the outer world. What has this person done to my pile? Okay guys, they came across as someone very charming, but they were also very unsure that they really wanted to be in a relationship with you. And when they finally committed, they decided that they were going to give this a try. But it never came from a stable place for them. They never felt a stable foundation within themselves in order to provide the stability that you wanted. And I'm getting again this sense that they had options, that they never really fully committed exclusively to you. Whether they have acted on their options or not, this was simply not good enough for you, because you felt the amount of energy that you were giving was not matching the amount of energy that you were receiving. So this situation was unfair for you. Let's continue with our exploration. I feel like they were trapped. They trapped themselves in this relationship by almost like forcing themselves to give it a go. But deep down, and they did like the attention that they were getting from you, and they did like the idea of being in a stable commitment with you. But deep down, they really wanted to be free. A part of them did not want it to be committed. And this has caused a huge conflict within themselves. And you may have felt that this person was constantly in and out of the relationship, making you feel very unstable. I have this sense that this person didn't fully know themselves. They couldn't even articulate what they were hiding from you, because they didn't even know themselves that well. Eventually, you got really fed up with them, fed up with feeling this way, because you wanted a real man. You wanted someone who was so sure about you, who was so clear that they wanted to be with nobody else but you, and that they were fully committed to this relationship. It took you to a place of love and hate for them, that you had this inner conflict, that you were not sure about your feelings anymore, because you knew that this wasn't healthy, going back to feeling in and out. You started to feel alone in this relationship, you started to feel secluded, and this made you realize that they were probably not the right person for you. You deserve someone who treats you with respect, who treats you in a very special way, and you got fed up of their other side, which wasn't compatible with your light. Is this making sense, guys? So you end up turning your back. You told them their goodbyes. And now you're just wishing to forget and move on. So let's have a look at how you can heal. I feel that it might be time for you to discover your life purpose, and I'm getting a sense here that because of what you have gone through in this relationship, you might have disconnected yourself from your own goals, and you might have put your life on hold. And it might be time now, Spirit is saying, to reconnect with your own goals, with your life purpose, to put that attention back into yourself. There is so much, I'm being told, there is so much here for you guys to discover about your own potential, about your talents, and the world needs to see you, to hear you. I'm getting this very strong sense of music. You might work with music, but not necessarily so. But whatever artistic qualities, it could also be acting, by the way, being on a stage, performing, dancing. I'm also hearing some of you might be opera singers. For some of you, it really is the time to put your attention back into your life. Because to be frank, this person doesn't deserve that space in your mind. You might feel at times that you have put a lot of effort into not only this relationship, but in the idea of making love work with your soulmates, with people that you met along your path, and almost like you are so loving and so nurturing that you wanted the connections, the relationships that you were nurturing to work out at all costs. You didn't want it to let go. Maybe because you already have invested a lot in these connections, but also you could be quite proud of yourself because you already had invested so much time and you couldn't admit to yourself that it was time to throw in the towel, perhaps, to let go, to move on. And Spirit is showing you to be present, okay? Be present with your lessons. Be present with what is the universe trying to tell you so that you don't have to repeat these lessons again and again. For some of you, I'm hearing you wear your heart on your sleeve and this end up compromising your position too early on the relationship. So another thing that I'm hearing is you might want to take more time to make decisions about committing yourself to the person that you're dating. Because if you don't, you end up sabotaging yourself and sabotaging the other parts of your life that need attention. I know this is a timeless reading and it's winter at the moment, but when you watch this video, it could be that you find yourselves in winter season at the moment when you're listening to this reading. Or this feels, it could also be a metaphor for how you feel right now, that you feel that you might be in a place of reflection and recovery where you need to recharge your energy to move forward, to feel better. Because I'm seeing here winter to spring, it could be that it will take you a full season to recover. And I am hearing that by next spring, if it is the case that when you're watching this, it is indeed winter time, that by next spring you will have built a solid foundation within yourself where you're going to feel so much more stronger in your own 2 feet, not feeling that you need to be in a relationship to provide that sense of stability. And I'm also hearing that your life is going to be simplifying a lot. I'm hearing, and this is very specific, that some of you might be practicing minimalism, and you might decide that you want to start practicing minimalism with people in your life. So a lot of people that are currently in your life, it could be that they have to go, that they no longer can be in your life because you have to be very selective about the people that you are keeping in your life. So you might be having a completely different approach within a few months' time. And I feel that this is really going to be very, very good for you. And let's have one final look at the Queen of the Moon Oracle cards. We have the Fruition card with the Abundance card. So I'm really getting that this is just a confirmation that when you manage to do when you will manage to simplify your life and really focus and really have laser focus on what you want to harvest. Your life is going to be so abundant, and you're going to be feeling that love is coming from different places, and this is going to be very healing for you. You're going to connect with a deeper love, and this is beautiful. You're going to connect with a much deeper love, but this love, I'm hearing that it's coming from within, and it's a different kind of love that I'm hearing that you haven't experienced yet. It is pile 3. You will blossom. And you know, it's interesting because we have saying here the violin, and we had saying the violin here on this other deck. So I'm almost having a double confirmation here that you might be musicians, or it might be healing for you guys to heal yourselves through music. And I feel that if you channel these emotions through your music, you're really gonna touch people within their hearts and souls very deeply, and this is going to be very healing for you. Feel free to share your experience in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's pick one final card, Rider White, for an affirmation that might help you heal. And we have the Hierophant. So let's consult the Tarot Affirmations, Self-Fulfilling Prophecies by Kitty Noor. So that's number 5. I do not need to reinvent the wheel. I am grateful that teachers and mentors come in many different forms. I am learning the rules of the game. I can honor tradition while still living life on my own terms. I am only interested in taking advice from people who have done the things I want to do. Reversed, it says, I am allowed to do things my way. I do not have to seek empowerment from external sources. Do you remember when we talked about the abundance card and reconnecting to a deeper sense of love within yourself that is coming from an internal source? This affirmation is specifically important for you. I do not have to seek empowerment from external sources. Moving on, it is safe for me to challenge the status quo. It is safe for me to challenge dogma and tradition. I refuse to live my life on autopilot. I can respect the authority figures in my life, but I do not have to agree with their opinions. So after reading the Tarot Affirmations book, I'm getting this sense that maybe people around you had a specific opinion about this last experience, and it could be that you just didn't agree with them because their values didn't align with your values. And it might be that lately you have been thinking that you might be stronger on your own. Some people are actually stronger on their own, and you might be in fact reconsidering whether you do need to live in a way, in a conventional way, to have a conventional relationship in order to feel valued and accepted in the world. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope this reading was insightful. If you haven't yet liked and subscribed, I would really appreciate that you would do that. Feel free to check any of the other piles as well, and also have a look in my channel. I have other readings and other content that you might resonate with. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next reading. Bye. You have chosen the Jasper Crystal and the Commune with the Dead card. So right off the bat, guys, I am sensing here that some of you might be grieving a person. It could be that you are grieving an actual death of someone that was close to you. And if this is the case, I am very sorry and I send you a lot of love and strength. And also a note to say, please seek professional help. This is just a tarot reading and I'm really happy if this helps you on your journey. But always use your own discernment to take what resonates and leave the rest. By the way, guys, I will insert links with all the decks and the book that I'm using today. So let's have a look for guidance for this pile. I'm going to take a few cards. If you want to skip this part, feel free to jump ahead. So this is very specific for you guys, but I'm sensing that for some of you, this person was very close to you, close to your heart. They could have been a partner for quite a while or a spouse. You had a deep bond with this person and you're being hard on yourself because you feel that you didn't spend the time with them before they departed. You feel you didn't spend the time with them in the way that they deserved or in the way that this relationship deserved. You wish you would have had more time with them to really nurture them and to make them feel special. Not that you have not made them feel special, but I feel this sense of that you ran out of time and you realized when they were gone that you wish you would have had more time with them, to be kinder to them, to show more of yourself, to spend more quality time together, to love this person more. I hope this is making sense so far. Let me move the cards here. I feel very sorry, guys, for this situation, and I feel your pain. I see that there have been a lot of tears, and especially the night time seems to be difficult for you guys. So if this is resonating for you, please feel free to continue watching, and if it's not resonating for you, feel free to pick another pile or to have a look at my other videos here on the channel. I can see that some of you might be having nightmares or dreams about this person and waking up in a state of shock, not believing that they are really gone. I'm so sorry, guys, if this has happened recently, because I feel that for some of you this might have been, does not have to be necessarily, but I feel that for some of you this situation that you are in is recent, so that your grieving has just begun. So for some of you, I feel that you are staying awake at night, or you are dreaming of this person, having nightmares or dreams about them, and then waking up in a state of shock, realizing they're no longer here. The current situation where you are currently at has significantly impacted the sense of pleasure in your life. You may have lost touch with a sense of pleasure. You may be currently feeling depressed, not really wanting to leave your home or even your bed, as a matter of fact. and you're having a really difficult time just coping, just going through the daily motions. This has affected your balance, and there is a process that you're going through at the moment where you have to process a lot of emotion, and it's very overwhelming right now. I'm going to repeat what I said before. Please do seek professional help. This reading, if it helps you with spiritual guidance, it's great, but please do look after yourselves and use your own discernment when it comes to what you can do to help you, to help yourselves feel better. With the self-reflection card here, I'm getting this sense that at times you feel quite numb. Your emotions, they feel so numb because you have disconnected yourself in order to compartmentalize what's happened. So be kind, be gentle with yourself, and we're getting another confirmation card that tells us that this is the time to be really gentle on your emotions. Please do not be harsh on yourself. Please do not judge yourselves harshly. We're getting another confirmation card that tells us that this is the time to be really gentle on your emotions. Please do not be harsh on yourself. Please do not judge yourselves harshly. Let's continue with our exploration. We have seen here that you might have felt depressed under the current grieving circumstances, but it could be positive for you to reach out and be open and communicative about your feelings to other people. If you're having trouble coming out of your shell, maybe journaling could be something that would help you get these emotions out of your system. I'm also seeing dancing here, even if you're dancing indoors where nobody is watching, but dancing some form of physical release of those deep emotions. That would be really useful. Again, this is my own personal opinion, guys. Use your own discernment. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And with the oneness card here, I have this sense that don't be afraid to reach out to your friends and community, because I'm having this sense that, and you might already be doing that. If you do, that's really good, that they will embrace your pain, and the people around you will create the sacred space to help you in this grieving process. As soon as you step out of your comfort zone, I have this sense that you will see great value in being with community, with others. And it's okay for them to see, with the openness card here, it's okay for them to see you, your vulnerability, the people you can trust that can hold that space for you. With the Ascended Masters here, I have this feeling that if you are a person who has their spiritual practice, this could be a great time to utilize that as a tool to give the support, the self-support that you need. With the Ascended Masters card, I'm sensing here that if you do have a spiritual practice, such as praying or communicating with your guides, or something that connects you to the divine, This could really help you feeling less alone, as well as accepting your vulnerability and processing those more difficult emotions. If you do feel connected to your ancestors, praying or talking to your ancestors could be something that could also help you, I'm sensing. With the blessings card here, I feel like I want to tell you to use this time to nurture yourself, to parent yourself, and be kind, be gentle, and have self-care routines that support this phase of your life. I'm having this sense that some of you might achieve the point of sadness or depression where you stop looking after yourselves because you need to be so present with your emotional process, and that is completely understandable, although having some self-care routines could contribute for a sense of well-being. So try to reconnect with your self-care routines. Maybe surround yourself with beautiful things, whether that is plants, nature, with beautiful aesthetics. I hope that's making sense. Taking your mind off things like reading, and I'm getting again journaling here, so this is the second time that I'm getting this feeling, so you definitely want to consider that. So I hope this gave you some insightful, guys. I know that this is a delicate process to go through. Please do not feel alone. Reach out to your community, to the people who can support you through what you're going through right now. And feel free to share your experience in the comments if you feel that would be healing for you to do so. And thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. You have chosen the carnelian stone, and you have picked the reach out card. So right off the bat, I am sensing here, guys, that you have reached out to people, perhaps communicating your feelings or communicating certain truths that people used against you. So you felt betrayed. People might have misused the information that you have given them, and you have felt betrayed by this group of people. It could be more than one person, not necessarily so, but the first thing I was hearing, it was a group of people, but it might just have been one individual that was not able to keep your secrets, making you feel unhappy and making them feel untrustworthy to you. Please give me messages for Pile 4. Please give me messages for Pile 4. Okay. I'm hearing that this was career related, guys. And it was a project that perhaps never really got off the ground because someone used some information against you. I'm keeping on getting the same that I've heard before. It's almost like an idea or project was rejected and not even making it to a full proper start. It's as if the idea has been buried before it even got off the ground. I know this might be very specific, but I have to give you what I'm being given by Spirit. For some of you, I'm hearing that you might have invested some money in this project, And if it wasn't money, you might have invested resources like your time, your energy. It seems to me that you're trying to heal from this situation now, trying to tell yourself this is all in the past and that this can no longer stop you from moving forward. And you really want to build on your own resources again. You want to come back to that place of resourcefulness. You want to come back to that place of all is well, I can start again. I believe in myself, I have the resources. So I feel that for some of you guys, your healing process already has started. You have communicated your piece already. You have told your version of events. You are quite a communicative person. You might be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is not necessarily the case, but I feel that you are quite an expressive and communicative person, and part of your healing happened because you didn't keep these bad feelings inside. You already have expressed your truth. Whatever needed to be expressed or released. You might have felt that for a while, and it's not necessarily the place where you are now, but you might have felt that for a while your finances were put on hold. Maybe because you had to recover from the loss of your pentacles, from the loss of the money that you have invested in the project. By the way, guys, I don't read reversed cards, so I'm just gonna turn that card upright. Through this experience, it is possible that you have learned, and if you haven't yet arrived to this conclusion, it could be that you will in the near future. You might have learned that it's preferable not to share your business plans at the beginning of a project with other people that you have trusted too easily, that you have been communicative to a fault. And perhaps there's something to be learned here, that not everything needs to be communicated. And I'm very strongly picking up on the fact that there might be a lesson about timing as well. I'm hearing that word very strongly for you. So you might have learned something about the timing of things. It could also be that for some of you, this person who did not keep your word, that you asked them to regards to this project, it could be that that person had been intimate with you. It could be that you had the beginning of a romantic relationship with that person, and I'm hearing that at the time you didn't really know them so well, and you thought that maybe you could just trust them, that you had the resources, and you didn't see this coming. This lesson made you become a little bit more reluctant about trusting people, and perhaps has developed some trust issues related to people close to you. But you feel strong because you know you can start this, whatever you started in the past. Whatever it didn't come off the ground, you feel that now, looking back, that's not such a big loss for you, because you have plenty of ideas and plenty of creativity, and you have the resources, the self-reliance. You have the power to be starting something from scratch again and succeed. You have options. You don't need to stay stuck on this project that never got off the ground. You don't need to victimize yourself, because you know, in order to succeed in life, you need to take risks. sometimes that tower that hasn't been built in a strong foundation will collapse. But you know that the way forward is to learn from what happened, to learn from, to look back at the tower and reflecting on what were the aspects that made the tower not having been built on a strong foundation. So you know that in order to start a business or an idea, you have to take risks. And you don't really regret it. You have been hurt in the past by this situation, but you already have done so much work on yourself and you are healing. However, your trust in people has been affected. And I don't think you are quite going to look at your community the same way as you used to in the past. This experience have opened your eyes up to a different reality that you were not aware of in this community. I hope this is resonating so far, guys. Thank you so much for, if you're still watching. It would be really lovely if you could like and subscribe so that I know what's working for you guys. And also a quick note to say that I deliver private readings. The instructions are in the description of this video. You can find all the information there. You are quite a strong person. Okay, you are very strong. I'm getting this sense of a very, very grounded person. There is a lot of earth energy in your chart. It gives you a sense of stability even where the tower seems to be collapsing. You have a very strong foundation. You definitely have your life in order, whether that is materially or emotionally or mentally. You have the structure. You have created a life that is structured in such a way where you're not easily shaken. You have learned from this lesson. You have learned how to observe people, to not making too quick conclusions about them, to take more time assessing their character, their values. And you are now more aware that not everybody has a good nature. Not everybody is going to work with you. Some people are going to work against you without you even realizing. You are understanding now more clearly that everybody has light and dark attributes, and that you have to balance these two aspects of themselves in order to make decisions that don't make you feel disappointed later on. You feel that you are grieving part of yourself from your past that's no longer in your reality, and you might have just come to this reading by accident almost, because I'm sensing here that you've done already most of the healing, guys. I'm really pleased to hear that. Really pleased to see that. Let's consult the Heal Yourself deck, and I'll write links in the description box down below so you can have a look at these products if you so desire. Pay attention to signs, pride, and wild. You might be a person who likes to take risks. So I'm sensing here that you might be a person who does like taking risks, and you are very connected with your wild side. You're very brave, very courageous. And in that process, sometimes you forget, when you are taking risks, you forget to pay attention to the signs around you because you are so present with your own process that you might be not paying attention to other people around you, not paying attention to the signs that other people are giving you. Sometimes with this Pride card, I'm sensing here that sometimes you feel so certain about your own conclusions. You feel so certain about your thoughts. I'm really feeling this very, very solid, almost stubborn feeling that this is what I want, this is what I know, and this is what I'm gonna get. However, because of this certainty within yourself, sometimes you get disappointed because this is not the reality that you're going to be mirrored back to you. So you get disappointed. You were so certain about your opinion, so certain about what you think about other people, that you end up getting disappointed. So let's see, how can this pile enhance their healing? How can this pile enhance healing from their heartbreak? So I sense that the way to further heal this, and like I said before, I think you've done most of your healing already, guys. You're very, very strong people, very, very grounded. But I think what can help you further to heal from this heartbreak is to have boundaries, okay? You see the potential in the situation. Sometimes you just go for it, okay? And maybe you don't assess, and that means you're not maybe having boundaries when you're making those decisions, and that makes other people feed on your impulsivity, trying to outgame you, if that's even a word. But I think this is making sense for you, hopefully. It's great that you take opportunities, you take risks, and you feel quite liberated when you recover from something that didn't work. But I feel that my guides are telling me to be a little bit more mysterious and to conceal your intentions at the beginning of a project. Don't be so willing to be communicative and open. Have those boundaries with yourself. And I think this can protect you from further experiences where you feel like you're going to be repeating yourself. And even if you are a very strong person, we've already established that, the energy that you would spend repeating these experiences could be applied in the actual achievement of the new project. So that would be a much better use of the energy. So let's pick one final card for you guys. Let me shuffle that. Okay. I'm sorry guys, but I am getting here that I have to give you 2 cards. So we have the 8 of Pentacles and the Devil, and right away I'm getting here about 4 that please don't take this too personally, okay? But I'm sensing here that it might be important for you to reassess where your motives are coming from. Where are your motives to succeed and to build towards your future? Where are these motives really coming from? And are they coming from an ego space, or are they coming from a connected, heart-centered space? Make sense? I hope that this was insightful for you. Feel free to check any of the other piles if you felt resonate, if you felt drawn to do so. Thank you so much for watching. A quick reminder that I provide private readings. If you're interested, all the information is written down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Bye.